And the match on court now is R.M.ANDERSEN, Chandra and Luluk Hadiyanto, the 8 seeds from Indonesia, versus Anders Christensen and Simon Mollyhus from Denmark. The Indonesians will be looking to get through to the quarterfinals here, taking the first point quickly. But I think the Danish guys have been playing well in the last few months. They'll be looking to put up a good fight. It's good defence from the Danish boys. Just pushing that a little bit too far out the back. The danger is when you're playing a good seeded pair like these Indonesians, that just trying to get everything, all your shots a little bit tighter, a little bit closer to the back line. But Danish guys have made a good start here. They don't look nervous. They look like they're up for a good battle. That's unlucky. That was a good serve. Complaining to the service judge about being a fault, but I think that was more because he was caught out by the flick serve, not because it was actually a fault serve. It's well up. The Indonesians are so good in defence. All the Indonesian men's doubles players have got incredible defences. They look so relaxed when they're defending, and they've got so many options. They can play straight or cross to the net, play anything, any kind of lift. The defences are incredible. Good to start, and the Danish guys have made a really good start here. I think they would expect, the Indonesians would expect this to be quite comfortable, but this looks like it's going to be a good match. Good smash, very accurate against Mollyhus, but the inside hip, you can defend that. Very powerful as well from the Indonesians. Good play from Chandra at the net. Very sharp on 10th, and it's loose at all. The Danish guys will have to be careful about playing the Indonesians at the net. The Indonesians are looking very sharp. Haven't played a good knock-off there. Again, it's going to be hard for the Danish pair if they try and hit through the Indonesians. They're going to have to try and use the court a little bit more. The Indonesian pair are both very good at all the flat and fast stuff, which is the same with all the Indonesian men's doubles. They're training in Indonesia is such a high standard. There's so many high quality world class Indonesian men's doubles players that they're happy to sit and defend all day if they need to. The Danish pair just taking their time to get started again.
Match point 13.
Christensen and Mollyhus got through to the second round by beating Kawaguchi and Kawami from Japan yesterday. The Japanese pair were qualifiers. That went to 3 sets, but 21-9 in the third, so quite comfortable in the third set. After a good start in the first few points, the Indonesians seem to have got into this match a little bit more now, opened up a 9-3 lead. The Danish pair will be looking to try and close that gap before the 90-second break. It's good variation from the Indonesians.
10-3.
It's unlucky from the Danish pair. Both Mollyhus and Christensen have been playing well in the last few months, but They seem just half a step behind the Indonesians here. The Indonesians just look a little bit sharper, a little bit faster on court, and they're so happy to defend that they can just wait for their chance to attack. And the Danish guys are just snatching a little bit, making a few unforced errors, and the Indonesians look pretty relaxed.
Match won by John Novita.
The Indonesians got through to this round by beating P.B.STEFFENSEN and R.M.ANDERSEN yesterday, who were the Danish pair were qualifiers. It was 21-18 in the first set, 21-8 in the second, so they managed to get through quite comfortably. They only spent 26 minutes on court, so they're probably feeling pretty fresh, eager to get through to quarterfinals in as convincing a manner today.
Service over, 4-1.
Great return there. Christensen's there, possibly a little bit loose, but the Indonesians very quick on it.
5-1.
13-4.
It's great anticipation there.
14-4.
Both of the Indonesian pair are very, very sharp at the net. The Danish pair are going to need to try and use the back of the court, try and get on the attack a little bit more if they're going to try and get into this match. Both the Indonesians are very comfortable at the net, just knocking things off. It's great defence.
15-4.
15-4 now, that's quite a considerable gap. The Danish pair will really struggle to get this back, I think.
Service over, 6-2.
I think they'll probably just be looking to try and use the rest of this set just to try and get up to the pace of the game, try and get in a few more rallies and make a good start in the second set. 10 points is a pretty big gap. That's a short lift. The Danish pair can't afford to be giving them easy short lifts like that. It's hard enough to defend their smashes if it's on the back line and defend their drop shots when they're lifting to the back line. Never mind if they're lifting short and giving them a chance to play whatever they want.
Service over, 7-3.
Mollyhoo's just getting a bit annoyed there. It's a couple of unforced errors. They can't really afford to be given so many easy points away. All the rallies have been pretty short, pretty sticky game so far, but Indonesians look pretty comfortable. Good defence. That's an unforced error now from Christensen. That's a good chance, and they can't really afford to be making mistakes like that if they want to try and get into this set.
Service over, 6-18.
Miss hit there, but I think the Indonesians will still be pretty comfortable. Mollyhoos is just trying to do a little bit of shadow badminton, trying to speed his feet up, trying to get up to the pace of the Indonesians, who at the moment look a metre faster than the Danish pair. Good smash. That's much better from the Danish pair. Christensen getting a run of serves here. I'm sure they'll be pleased getting a few points on the board before they get into the second set. It's a great return.
Service over, 19-8.
And again, Mollyhoos just struggling with the sharpness of the net.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
In that first set, 21-8, pretty comfortable for the Indonesian pair. I'm sure they'll be looking to try and get this second set over just as quickly. Get through to the quarterfinals. If they do get through to the quarterfinals, they'll play the winner of Howard Back, who is a former world champion, playing with another Indonesian who's now playing for America, Tony Gunawan. Howard Back at this tournament is playing with Bob Malayathong. They're playing Chin Tam Phuc and Lee Wan Wah from Malaysia later, so I think if the Indonesians do get through here, which the second set goes the same as the first, they'll get through pretty comfortably. They'll be thinking they'll be playing Chin Tam Phuc and Lee Wan Wah from Malaysia, who are the number 4 seeds. That match is on court later. Thomas Stewart, the Danish coach, just giving some advice. I'm sure he's saying just forget about that first set. 21-8 is pretty comfortable, but the Danish pair managed to get in a little bit better near the end of the set, near the end of the game, and I'm sure they'll be up for a good fight in the second set. They'll need to speed up a little bit if they want to try and compete a bit better, but I think they'll be up for it. They've made some good comebacks in the past when they've lost first sets easily, so I'm sure they'll be looking forward to starting this second set and getting that first set out of their head. It's a good start from the Danish pair. I think they need to get a good start here, or the Indonesians could just roll over the top of them, but I think they could get a couple of points on the board. Good serve. It's unlucky. It's always frustrating when you play a good rally and the other pair get a lucky net cord to win the point. Well, good judgment from Molly Hoos. Great smash. Okay, great serve. Christensen just trying to get on that serve early, but he actually moved too quickly into it. His body was too close to the shuttle to even play a shot, so just trying to get there a little bit too quickly. It's unlucky. It's 5-2, the Indonesian pair opening up a couple of points gap. Hadiyanto's had a few runs of serves here. Good smash from Molly Hoos. I think they need to keep this gap as small as possible. If the Indonesian pair open up a lead like they did in the first set, I'm sure they'll just relax and go through their second set. But if the Danish pair can stay close to them in this beginning of this game, they could make a fight of it. Just a little bit of confusion there, who was going to take that shot. I think the fact that one is left-handed and one is right-handed could sometimes make it difficult for a pair. We're not sure who's going to take which shot, but a pair like Molly Hoos and Christensen, who have been playing together for years, I'm sure they're pretty confident about who's taking what now. This is great from the Indonesians. This is textbook men's doubles, just relaxed, waiting for their chance. Anytime it's flat and fast, they're superb at it. Every Indonesian men's doubles pair is superb at all the flat and fast stuff. Another great smash right down the middle. They're so accurate with their smashing. The Danish pair are really struggling to do anything with it. good return of serve. Christensen on that serve early, really forcing the pace of it. It was a good serve from Chandra, but Andersen really on it quickly.
Service over. 17-8.
That's really good from the Danish pair. That's what they need to do, get on the attack. I think they're going to struggle if the Indonesian pair are attacking them, so they really need to get on the attack, really take the initiative and try and force the pace of this game. The Indonesians are happy just to play the shuttle about until they get their chance, and they're so relaxed in their defence that they're happy to just lift up to the Danish pair. But if the Danish pair can really get on the attack, maybe force the Indonesians into a couple of mistakes like they did there, they could really make a fight of this second set. That's 6-8, they've closed the gap. So if they can close it, they can possibly even draw level or take the lead before the break, then I'm sure they'd be pretty pleased with that.
Service over. 19-9.
Well left from Christensen.
7-8. Service over. 9-7.
Just to keep you up to date on what's happening on the other court, Lee Chong-wei is comfortably beating Tommy Sugiarto, former world junior medalist, in the second round of the men's singles. Lee Chong-wei 19-10 up in the second set, having won the first set. That's great. Great from the Indonesians. Hadiyanto just using his serve to draw Mullihouse out of the court there. Mullihouse complaining now that Hadiyanto's fault serving, but I think there's a lot of debate about whether a lot of these doubles players have got fault serves or not, especially their flick serves and their drive serves. But I think the service judges in general do a pretty good job. I think it's pretty tough to call it. It happens so fast and it's such a close decision, but I think in general they make the right decision most of the time. I think the players sometimes complain about it just because they can't deal with the serve, not because it's actually a fault. So I think Mullihouse was probably guilty of that there. Don't think it was a fault. I think he was just annoyed that the serve worked to perfection. So 11-7.
11-7. Play.
Well, Mullihouse just trying to go for that at the net. It was the right idea, but the Indonesian pair both just a little bit sharper. Hadiyanto's had a few points in his serve here. It's a big mistake by Christensen, out by a big distance. I think they're really running out of ideas here. Hadiyanto's just comfortable, just serving. Good serve. Danish pair really complaining to the service judge about this being a fault, but I think they're just struggling to cope with it. They're not sure what to do. (14-7). That's 3 quick points since the 90-second break here.
4-3.
Good smash. Bit of a lucky net cord, but I think in general the Danish pair deserved to win that point. Good smash from Mullihouse, and I think he'll be glad of that little bit of fortune. We need to try and keep this gap down. It's a great play. Hadiyanto so comfortable at the net, so relaxed. just taking his time, placing it, not trying to hit it too hard, just using placement, and then finishing the rally off when he sees his chance.
5-6.
It's great power from his backhand.
16-8.
6-all.
Service fault called. Service over. 9-16.
First service fault of the match called.
6.
Service had possibly been influenced a little bit by the amount of complaining the Danish guys have done. I'm sure the Indonesians won't be worried. That's still 16-9. That's still a comfortable lead.
7-all.
They'll be looking to get service straight back. Good smash from Mollyhouse.
10-16.
Service over. 8-7.
That's great
Service over.
defence.
8-all.
And that's great. Great defence from the Indonesians. Perfect example of how to turn defence into attack.
17-10.
Service over. 9.
Hadiyanto serving, 17-10 up. Sure be looking to finish this off in the next few points. Good from Mollyhouse, good coverage of the net there. Really taking control of that rally.
9-all.
11-17. It's your side.
10-9.
Just trying to force it a little bit much. I think they realise that this gap is going to be pretty tough to close, and the only way they are going to close it is with patience, but I think they're just trying to force it a little bit too much here.
11-9.
18-11. Good shot. Mollyhouse has really played well in this second set. He's really trying to take things early and really trying to take the initiative in this game and trying to close this gap from 12-18. Again, the Indonesians just a little bit too sharp at the net.
19-12.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Good again from Mollyhouse. He's really played well in this match.
Service over.
He's really starting to try and take control of some of the rallies. 13-19 though, this is going to be almost impossible to close this gap.
Service over. 10-11.
It's good from the Indonesians. They just look so relaxed. They're just floating about the court.
13.
They feel once they've got the attack, they feel pretty comfortable and pretty confident that they're going to win the rally. So 20-13 match point for the Indonesian pair. Chandra serving at match point.
Out. Service
Well left by Christensen, good judgment. Takes quite a lot of guts to leave a serve at match point down, so good judgment there. And another match point saved, 15-20.
11.
15-20.
13-11. Time, please, gentlemen.
Unlucky from the Danish pair there. They did well to stay in that rally, but that's second set one, 21-15. Danish pair both put up a good fight. Mollyhouse in particular played well in that second set, but the Indonesian 8th seeds just a little bit too strong there. So there it is, confirmation of the score. Alvin Yulianto Chandra and Luluk Hadiyanto winning that match 21-8, 21-15 in 25 minutes.